Guys, welcome back. Today I'm 31 weeks pregnant. I can't believe it. It's like absolutely flying by now. So yeah, this week's been pretty good. I can't remember if I summed up last week when I ended up going into hospital because I didn't feel him move for a good day and he's so active, and then had a little bit of spotting. So I rung the hospital and they got me to go straight in, and they were really good and they strapped me up to monitors and he pretty much started kicking straight away. But yeah, he's fine, everything's fine. So I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the last video or not, but they were so good because over 28 weeks, if you don't feel the move, they say to go straight in. And yeah, they put a heart rate monitor on my tummy to hear him and kind of measured his heart rate, which was cool. So we got to see his heart rate averaged at about 150. Yeah, between 130 150, and he was really active. I don't think he likes having his heartbeat done because he does start to move around. But they kept me there for about an hour or two, monitored him for about an hour, and it was really good. So if you do feel reduced movement, do go straight in, because they call you straight in, and there was notices all over like the ward saying if you've got reduced movement, ring us. So my biggest tip is, like, none of them made me feel like I was a time waster, anything. So any of you feel reduced movement, just ring your labour suite. Well, that's what the number they give us, and just go in. That's my biggest tip. So since then, he's not stopped moving. I don't feel like I'm any bigger at all, but he is so active. He does not stop moving all the time, and it is uncomfortable at times, but it's great. His bum was like sticking out here the other day. His favourite area is still my right rib, but also now I'm getting more feeling on my lower left abdominals. So I don't know if his hands are down there. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he's very active. Me, how am I? I'm alright. Yeah, I think I'm kind of used to feeling how I feel. I've been a little bit tired. I'm getting a lot of back pain and neck pain. I think it's just tight. I think it's a mixture of pregnancy symptoms and my job. I'm still working, and I used to have sports massages like weekly, fortnightly, and I obviously haven't been able to have that being pregnant. So I think I'm just getting a lot of tension, so I'm waking up quite stiff. It's getting harder to sort of move around and turn over in bed. I sit on the floor sometimes at work, and trying to stand up from the floor is really hard work. I had a pregnancy pole photo shoot this week. I'll put in a couple of like stills of what my friends took on their phone of me. So I had this beautiful skirt made, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the pictures coming back. So very simple stuff on the pole, but it was really pretty, and I'm glad I had it done. And I have a normal person maternity shoot tomorrow. Some of my friends had like the underweary boudoir ones, but I didn't really want that. So if the weather's okay, it looks a bit grim. We're doing a location shoot in like a nice meadow, so I'm quite looking forward to that. And I wasn't going to have one, but it's the photographer that's doing our newborn photos, and it was only an extra £35, I think, to have the maternity shoot, and then you can buy a package of photos and have a mixture of my maternity and his newborn ones, which it'll probably be all his. But I thought, why not, let's just have it done. I've been drinking a lot. All I want to drink is juice with lots of ice in it, and I hate ice. I absolutely hate ice. But every drink, I want water with ice, squash with ice. Been making like ice cold Nesquik. I just want ice and everything. So there must be something going on with my body temperature, because constantly I just crave ice or ice cream or cold yogurt, like cold food all the time. But that's sort of the only cravings I've got. Everything's kind of leveled out. I had my GT test this week, so my glucose tolerance test. So that is a indicator of if you've got gestational diabetes, so a diabetes that only exists during pregnancy. And the reason that I'm being checked is because I'm mixed race. Normally, if you've got diabetes in the family, or you're over BMI of 30, or if you're not Caucasian, they will do the test for you. or if you're measuring big, like your baby's measuring big, they might test you as well. But that wasn't the reason they tested me, which was strange, because my friend got tested because she had a big baby. So what they do, and I've got a big favour of the test, but I was absolutely fine, I'm very proud of myself, is I fasted for 12 hours overnight, and then they take a blood test, and then you're given a sugary drink. So it was like a very concentrated version of Lucozade, and I had that, and then I had to sit 2 hours, and then have another blood test, and that all goes off, and it just measures how your body deals with that glucose. I don't think I've got it, to be fair, but we'll see. And they've done my 28-week blood tests all in the one go, so there was a lot of blood taken, but they were really, really gentle with me, and they asked me to take part in a study, which is they're looking into why people get gestational diabetes, and apparently it's the only hospital in the country that has this. It was called a pea pod. So when the baby's born, he's going to go into there for like 2 minutes, and it's the temperature of the womb, so they just fall asleep, and it just measures his body composition, so how much fat and muscle he's got. And even if if I don't have the diabetes, it's just a measurement of, it's just collecting data to see why obesity is happening and trying to prevent it, and how diabetes is coming about. So I love things like that. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. So basically they take a bit of my blood from the blood test before the glucose drink and afterwards. So they would have took a bit of that, and then when he's born, they're going to take a little bit of blood, I think from the placenta or from me, like a swab of blood. If I end up with a C-section, they will take some fat particles from inside me as well whilst I'm cut open, if I end up having one. So yeah, it was quite interesting, but I was quite happy to take part. And one reason they're doing it is to see why it's more common in non-Caucasian people as well. So yeah, it was all quite interesting, and it doesn't affect me or him. I said as long as there's no extra blood taken, and he's not harmed, I don't mind being part of, you know, research. So yeah, that's all that's been going on this week. We are going to start the nursery in the next couple of weeks, and I'm very, very excited about our ideas. And our furniture is coming in about 3 or 4 weeks, which is starting to worry me a little bit, because I just feel like it can come any day now. I had in my head from the beginning he'll be here at 36 weeks, which gives us 5 weeks, and I just don't feel ready at all. But who is ready? We'll figure out, we'll be okay. But yeah, that's 31 weeks, little summary. Probably a bit boring, and I'll try and put some pictures in to make it a bit more exciting. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.